There's a hidden weapon professional engineers have been using for decades to get vocals to pop right up front in the mix, or to get drums to sound really, really unique. It's actually been pretty out of reach for most of us until today, because UAD just released the A-Type Multiband Dynamic Enhancer. This is, by the way, the only end-to-end emulation of this actual unit that exists. Other companies make something like this, but nothing that's end-to-end emulated. This is the holy grail. And it's right here, right now, today, and I'm going to take you through it in this week's Radium POW. So let's go in. I got it on some drums here, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing with it. And then we're going to go to vocals, and I'm going to show you exactly how to get those vocals to pop up front. I'm going to tell you what everything does. But first, let's just hear these drums, because I thought this was really cool. I was having so much fun with this before I started this video. I was like, man, I'm gonna just crank this and turn that and gate the drums. And anyway, let's hear the song. I'm gonna bypass everything and just play the song that we're working on here. All right, this is a new song I'm working on, but I want to pop this on the vocals and just really dial them in a little bit and show you what this thing can do. So first things first, you have excite, expand, air, crush, gated. These are the 5 different effects that this thing does. What do you got down here? What is going on down here? So at first glance, you think excite is red, right? So this is more excite on the lower band, but why can't I excite that? That's not how this works, okay? The original unit had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bands, and it had numbers and color buttons on it, okay? And that's what this is. This is just signifying the bands. So red is low band, yellow is mid band, high mid is this like green. I can't tell because like the blue's overlapping with it. I think it's like yellow, green. I'm probably colorblind. And then you got blue at the top. So that's what's going on. And these bands, you can move them up, you can move them down. Boop, 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 beep, 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 beep. That's it. That's how it works. Pretty fun, right? So now you can understand that you have excite, expand, air. Air turns off these bands because you're going for air. Why would you need your low band and your mid band? And then crush, boop. This is going back to this single band. Single band means it's on everything. It's crushing the whole damn thing. Unless you use sidechain filter here, which has a high pass, right? Or it has a linear high pass, which really focuses more on a smooth, linear, gradual increase to the high end, okay? And you'll hear this in action when you use this air band, which I think works best. It sounds best with this linear thing going on the sidechain filter on the air. And we'll play with this. And then gated single band as well, so you're getting all the frequencies. All right, now let's go to excite and let's mess around with these vocals here. Darling, you've stolen the night away, telling me I'm all right, nothing either way. Just showing you as you bring up those bands, that's what you're hearing at 100% wet. Now, of course, you could blend this into the mix. So if you wanted to just excite the mid-range or just excite the high mids or just the highs, do it, right? That's kind of the fun part of this plugin, I think, is blending it. So now that I got like just the top kind of going on the excitement, I'm going to blend it back in parallel. Darling, you've stolen the night away, telling me I'm all right when I feel nothing either way. If I go 100% wet on this, you can really hear what it's doing. It's exciting. All right. So exciter. It's an exciter. You could take the sidechain filter off and it sounds like this. We'll flip through the sidechains real quick. Darling, you've stolen the night away, telling me I'm all right. And you can hear what happens. It gets really smooth when you go to this linear mode, right? It just smooths, like it's super buttery. Let's go to expand. And what an expander is going to do is when it crosses the threshold, instead of a compressor where it would take down by a ratio of 2-to-1, 4-to-1, whatever. It would take down whatever crosses the threshold by that amount. This is going to expand it by that amount. So as you can see down here, we have a 4-to-1. Without it on, I think it's more of like a limiter, right? So it's more like a 10-to-1 or above. But 4-to-1 is going to give you a really nice balanced expansion. All right, so check this out. We want to expand maybe the mid-range, and let's go up to like 200 or so. And then maybe we want to expand all the way up. But the bottom, I don't really think it needs more expansion. It just gets kind of muddy. Darling, you've stolen the night away. Telling me I'm alright when I feel nothing either way. Really just makes that vocal go, wada, wada, yeah, because it's expanding after it crosses a threshold. So I hit the knee at a hard knee, so it's good, darling, darling, you know, like it's going to open and expand, and that's really an effect, right? You could do that with like transient information. That's what it's going to work best with. Now, here's where we get more into the vocal stuff, is the air and the crush to me. So air is going to give you the top, the spit, and it's going to make it crispy, and it's going to give you a vibe. And it does something that no EQ can do. In my opinion, it sounds very, very unique. Sounds like nothing else out there, right? So if I go 100% max on the amount, and I'll blend it all the way back to dry, and then let's just start to bring this in. When I feel nothing either way, darling, you've stolen the night away, telling me I'm alright when I feel nothing either way. So that's a pretty cool sound, and it does kind of remind me of like a classic record top-end sound, right? Like tape saturation, it's adding harmonics, it's got that little distortion vibe going on. It just sounds different than any air that I've ever heard. And on here, we can mess around with the dynamics as well and start to like, I like a softening on this sort of thing, on anything high end. You know, I don't want to like, hit it really hard like that. And then the release, let's take that a little bit faster, and then we'll go 4-to-1. And I think on the sidechain filter, keep it linear. It'll be a lot smoother, right? So check this out. Darling, you've stolen the night away, telling me I'm alright when I feel nothing either way. Darling, now I'm totally overdoing it, right? An air band or anything with air, you really don't want to go that dramatic with it. Obviously, it just thins your vocal out, sounds like crap. But here, this is where I bring it back, right? And then the output, start to make up the gain. And let's find a good balance here. See, that's pretty cool. I like that. So let's leave that. And then let's go to the vocal mix bus, and let's throw the same thing on here, the A-Type, and we'll put this on crush here. And this is going to be all the vocals, the backgrounds, the stacks, the harmonies, etc. They're all going to come through this. And let's go to a circuit mod, or let's go to like crush, vocal, parallel, vocal, bam. Now let's go to background vocal bus. Perfect. What do you know? They made a preset for it. Now I'm going to go to crush. So this is where I'm going to start to compress this all together, because that's really what crush is doing. Hey, darling, you stolen the night away, telling me I'm alright when I feel nothing either way. super crushed, man. Like, we can blend back this mix and also the output, right? We're going to make up the gain and figure this out. But that is a really cool compressor crushing algorithm. Like, it just sounds super unique. So now let's blend this back and get this this crush right, so we're not going crazy. I also wanted to, before I do that, let's solo the vocal mix bus and show you what this 4-to-1 is doing when I turn it on and off.
Hey, darling, you've stolen the night away, telling me I'm alright when I feel nothing either way.
Right, so when it's on 4-to-1, it sounds like less compression. It sounds like when it's off, we're really just like limiting, like a tape machine would limit. Instantly it's going shh, and it's just choking down on it. Even if I set this differently on the knee and everything, it still sounds like it's a lot faster on attack. And maybe that's what it is. It's a fast attack 10-to-1 or something. Have no clue, but I trust my ears quite a bit. I've been doing this for over 25 years, so that's what I'm doing. So sidechain filter, I'm gonna leave that off actually in this case, and let's blend back the mix knob. Sounding sick. So that's the vocals, man. This is a very big powerhouse for vocals. I'm not going to get into the gated on this because, I don't know, a gate to me is going to be a lot cooler on drums. So let's just go to the drums and I'll show you what we can do with the gate. Now, I know we started the video with some really cool drum effects with this thing, and I'm going to show you how that works and how I got that set up. So I have the first A-Type. I have two of them in parallel, or in sequence, serial, right? And the first one here is the actual gate. So I'm going to show you how I set this up. When you turn on the gate, this is the gate. So if I have it on max, it's all the way closed. And as I turn it back clockwise or counterclockwise, this is how you open up the gate. All right, so check it out. You're going to hear nothing right now with the drums. So that is super dope. Like, that is just like so much fun. And I don't know, I just can't get over that because that's like, just reminds me of like some really like 80s shit, you know what I mean? Especially considering the drum loop already kind of sounds 80s with the gated reverb and everything. But you could do this gate on a reverb, like send something, a snare drum to a reverb, full on like crazy reverb, and then turn this plugin on after your reverb, on the return, on the reverb, and just gate it so it's going. It would be such a cool effect, and you would really nail that Phil Collins, you know, 80s, 90s era gated reverb, or gated anything, right? So this is really that sound. I've never heard anything come that close to it. So this is what we got. We got 4-to-1 on here. I'm going to take that off, and you have the knee on hard and then the release fast. So if we slow down the release, what does it sound like on the gate? This is where we get to transient shaping, right? You can do this with anything, keyboards, guitars, rhythm guitars, anything you want to like tighten the pocket and make it shorter, staccato. It just sounds really cool. Like, what a dope idea. The gate sounds awesome. So then what I did here is I just have that gate, and that's how it's set up. And then I followed it by a second one because I'm crazy like that. So I got it on crush here, and I'm just crushing after the gated drums. Just making them splat. It's like, All right, so here's what we got now. We got these A-types in serial. I'm going to A-B them, turning them off on the drums and turning them back on. That's so much fun, man. Like, I don't know if your brain just did what my brain did, but when I hear that, I'm like, oh, the possibilities, man. I'm going to take my Juno, I'm going to throw it through there, and then I'm going to chop up Juno like stabs, and I'm going to do something with these horns. You know, my brain just goes crazy thinking about that gate and the crush algorithm. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. You can have tons of fun with this for hours and hours and hours. But I don't have hours and hours and hours with you, so I'm going to wrap it up right here. This is the A-Type Multiband Enhancer from UAD. You guys can demo it for 14 days, full on. Just hit the demo button on your UAD meter control, whatever. It is only available, I think, for the Apollo interfaces and the satellites, so it runs off the DSP for now. You guys, if you got anything from this video, it means so much to me that you drop some love in the comments. You hit the like button. You help us just reach more people. And make sure you're subscribed. I got a lot more game coming for you guys. I'll see you next time. Peace out.